Hello everyone and welcome back to the Update SMP. And in today's video, as you can see, I kind of did a little bit of work on the farm area and did a little bit of mountains in the back, just so you don't see off into the ocean when you look in the back. But in today's video, we are going to be doing this quarter of the base. And this quarter of the base is actually going to be South Province Area 3 from Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet. Now, this is decently ambitious because the landscaping there is nothing very simple. However, I do believe I can do it. It just might take me a little bit. There's just one small problem that is preventing me from actually getting this started, and that is the fact that I don't have any terracotta left over. So, I'm going to have to get started by going over to the desert and getting some more. And probably getting some red sand, too. Why do I still have this? I gave the... Huh? Well, how is this in my inventory? That's some off-camera lore that I don't feel like explaining right now. So, yeah, anyways. So I got some materials here. Got red terracotta, red sand, normal terracotta, and orange terracotta. And a bit more regular terracotta. The particular area that I'm trying to build has a lot of, like, dips and mountains and stuff, so I'm probably gonna have to start by rising the whole thing off the ground, which is gonna be wonderful. Now, we're just gonna elevate everything. Just everything's gonna be elevated off the ground. So let's just 2, 3, 4? Yeah, 4. Let's do 4 blocks. I can't reach if I do... We'll do 3 for now. Okay, now I'm gonna get these pickaxes all mended up in the hopes that maybe I can actually mine out that bottom area there, because it's not needed anymore. Ah, there we go. I just sit here and wait for XP to show up. I think we're almost good to go here. Just let my silk touch get a little bit more. I think we should be all good to go. So now I should be able to head back and actually use my pickaxes and without fearing that they'll shatter into a million bits in any given moment. Alright, here we go. I have to figure out how I'm gonna make this exactly. So let's just start here. Let's start here. Okay, so... Okay, we're off to a great start. Oh my. And then down here is like a lower area. This was, I don't know what I was doing here. And don't worry, I will go back and, like, change all this up later. I just need to get a visual on what I'm actually doing here. There we go. I think this is, so far, so good. Oh, God. That's, like, the 3rd time, 4th time this has happened. Actually, this is kind of perfect. Other than you. You're not perfect. I don't like you. Right about here is where that platform stops, and there's like a cave there. The fact that I'm able to recognize that now is a big step in the right direction. Okay, so basically, to give you the rundown on what's going on here. This is the path from the door in the main area. This is gonna be the path going like this, and then it's gonna turn, swerve, and right there, that's gonna be like a big mountain. Well, actually, no, it's just going to be the edge of the area, which inevitably leads into a river, so it's just going to be water there. I'm a bit restricted in this area, honestly. I'm not going to be able to use all the space, which is relieving, but also I'm not sure how it's going to look. So what I'm going to do, I have red terracotta here. I'm going to go fix this up. And it doesn't matter that it's going all the way to the top, and it's going to show on the top, because it actually does that in the game, too. There's like little boulders at the top that define a ledge, so you don't fall off. And I'm gonna use the fact that those exist to my advantage in Minecraft to make it look better. This is a more like a uncharted area and off the beaten path. This is not gonna have like a pathway. Even though it kind of does in game, I'm not gonna give it one because it's not really possible with this type of path or cliffside I made. So right here, there's gonna be this big cliff thing. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. That's what it is. We can just start, like, crafting it. Yeah, this is obviously not gonna end up 1-to-1. If I'm just eyeballing, like, half the stuff here, this is not gonna be 1-to-1. I will say, I hope it still holds the feel. It doesn't have to be 1-to-1 to still get the feel. Like, there's like a 50% scale Eiffel Tower at spawn. You've probably seen it, because it's 50% scale, the real Eiffel Tower, but, I mean, it still holds true. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna work on here a little bit. So, around here, there's like a little pathway that goes over here. That's not what we're interested in, though, because around that pathway is a big dip. It's actually probably the biggest one we're gonna do yet. I don't even know if we're gonna get up to the Pokemon Center in time. Like, this is already kind of, like, already reaching, like, the middle a bit. I don't know if we're getting to the Pokemon Center. Just so you know, the last cave is right there. And I'm not pointing at that one. I'm pointing at right here. So the 2 caves are going to connect there, and then it's going to go that way. And just seeing how short of a distance that is, I am definitely squishing this down. This is not 1-to-1 at all. And if it looks a bit undetailed, that's because it is. This place usually has grass. I will do the grass, just not yet. Okay, so I'm gonna take down this wall because this is actually just on level with the ground. Kinda, a little bit. So we'll just take down this wall, and that way I don't even need the staircase anymore. If I take down this wall, I won't need the staircase anymore. And that is the caves done. Now they should be all connected. Who the hell are you? Anyway, I gotta go to bed. Alright, you can vibe in the caves. I don't mind, I guess. It's just, yeah, now all the caves are connected. So that's cool. Okay, so we are actually, like, getting pretty good progress done here. I've managed to, like, basically segregate the area into easier segments to finish. So this isn't, like, entire mountain blocking off an area. And back here, I would just have to do a little flat area back here with a bit of water there. Have to make sure there's, like, a pond over in that area to make that blend. It's starting to come along. This area is alright, I'll handle this later, but that mountain's basically segmenting that. And the Pokemon Center should be right over there, so I think we might be able to get it in if we do it right. If not, then, oh well, I guess we didn't get the Pokemon Center in. Alright, there, now these walls are down, so it should look a lot more natural. Okay, so here, we're gonna need to extend the land all the way up to here, and we're gonna just do a big chunk here that we're just gonna, like, mold out the terrain in. We place it like this, then we just kind of fill in the space, then we'll be able to do whatever we need with it with no real issues. Okay, so there we go. It kind of, like, curves into the path like that. So we're just gonna set that up. As you can see, I kind of messed it up the first time, so we're just gonna get rid of that, pretend it never happened. So we'll keep building out the land like this, but over here, that's gonna go down. We're gonna have to go down there. So that's why I have to build all around. Alright, there we go. Now that we have this hole all, like, mapped out, we know what we're doing. And also, as the path goes up, it's gonna turn this way, go up there, and there's gonna be a path down into the hole. So this is actually gonna have to go up quite a bit. Why are there so many creepers in my base? These are not Pikachu. These are creepers. Okay, so now that we've covered everything with sand, I want to continue the path this way, just to see how much further we can go with it. I know it's not that much further. It's pretty much just a straight line from here, with a little bit of this way. And that's it. So now let's complete the path, now that we're all done the path. And we can focus on everything else. Okay, so we've built the entire path now, and I think it's time to just do the last bit of terraining on this side, and then from there, it literally is just this side of the entire area left to do. And we can just make this rise up here, so it's kinda fits the theme. Alright, there we go. Right before where the Pokemon Center would be, it just cuts off. So, it doesn't seem like we're gonna have a Pokemon Center. But now, we just have this area left to create. And I left it blank. There is nothing over here. So a good place to start would be over here. I'm gonna run out of red terracotta. It's bound to happen at some point. And instead of starting here, actually, I'm feeling like starting all the way on the opposite end and working my way down. Because this front area is actually quite complicated. Okay, so now that I've built this, I want to go over to this side, because there's a little area there, in-game, It doesn't have a lot in it, but it is there, so it's worth noting. Normally it would go into this giant cliff here, but, you know, that can just literally be this wall. And no, let's add some depth to it. Let's stop it here, and add a little bit of depth to this wall, and then that's how we'll do it. Also, this area is kind of like tucked away in between two cliff sides. This one's much shorter. This is like a 2-block high. This one's like that. So, okay, so these cliff sides here that I was bringing up earlier are so big that they kind of just swamp everything that I've built so far. Like that cliff over there, way huge. Way bigger than this. Way huge. So you may have noticed this small space here that I've been actively leaving. And that small space isn't here on accident. It's actually a little pathway. So down here, it's a little cliffside that you gotta go through. It's gonna be a tight squeeze. And then from here, it's gonna start going down the hill. So it's gonna make its way down the hill, which isn't actually fully built. So I need to build the rest of this mountain before we can finish this. And I need to build the rest of that, and I need to build the huge cliffside here. So this is bound to be a fun one. What was that? Wait, what just hit me? Bruh, okay. Okay, so now we have to, get that... I'd say, like, maybe 6 blocks higher than that. That might be a good level to be at here. And then we'll have to bring it all the way down for this area. So that's always fun. Alright, now we have to go around the outside here and do all that too. And I'm running out of red terracotta, so I'm probably gonna run out. But I'll get started on it now. And we are officially out of red terracotta, except for this 1 block. You know what I'm gonna go do with this 1 block? Put it right there. So now we are officially out of red terracotta. And we now have to go get more.
Yep. Like, cause like they gotta get up the mountains and then they gotta scale the walls. If you're on the mountains, they have like high ground. Yeah. So yeah, I could have like the city over here.
How did you get so powerful? I chose the German.
I chose the Chinese!
Yeah, there's nether access. I connected it.
Why did you just slap that 4-year-old child?
Because I have 1,000 power and rise kingdoms.
That's how it always starts. Just so random. That's exactly what it's like. Random topic. Did you just hit that old lady? Yes, because I have 5 million power. Like...
Okay, so I kind of winged this cliff. I know it doesn't normally run into this mountain here. But, I mean, it's the best I can do, because this scale is so messed up at this point, nothing is on a consistent scale. Like, that's like 1 to 2, like this is 3 to 4 or something, everything's all over the place. From here, we just have to complete this cliffside, and the rest of the land where the water is, then complete the stairs going down this cliff, and then we're actually just done. So... I'm just gonna do that real fast, and then we can see the finished product. Okay, we are officially done all the land, actually. So now we just have to place the red sand, and we will be done. And luckily, I have a lot. Okay, and we are done. And I actually kinda lied to you, because there is one more thing we still have to do, and that's actually add grass. This particular biome in Pokemon actually has... grass all over it that I've been just not doing because I don't feel like it. But now I have to, because now there's nothing left to do. So I'll go get some dirt, and I'll just put some grass here. There will be like little patches here in the sand. I'll just kind of dot them wherever I feel is fit instead of looking at the game, because then it's faster that way. It's time to start adding the grass. I know that there is a patch in right here. I know there's a patch here, a rather bigger one. I'm really just putting the dirt patches anywhere that I feel there's like empty space, and that looks like it could use a dirt patch there. Okay, so we're almost done here. We're heading up the mountains now. Now down here, last spot we have to do it. Okay, so now that we're done placing all the dirt, we can go and start placing 1 grass block in each of them. And after that, I'll wait for them to grow. And in the meantime, I'll light the area up, and once that's done, I'll bone meal them, and then we'll have a finished product. Okay, here we are, and the grass has grown, finally. Some trees still haven't, but that's fine, because now we can bone meal the grass and get grass on it. Up here, boom, and then over here, ooh, boom, and that is all the grass. And now, the area is officially completed. So let's do a quick side-by-side comparison to the best of my ability. So we start off here with some grass patches, a pathway that goes down and past this little pit. There's a ledge here that goes off the edge, and over here there's a giant cliff along with a path that goes around this pit. And then there's an area over there that has elevated ground. There's another pit here. We go further down the path over here, all the way down. There's elevated ground here with 2 pieces of elevated ground on top. And the mountain goes higher over there. And then here, the path unfortunately ends. But right there would literally be the Pokemon Center. Like, literally right there. And as it starts to rain, I think that I will end today's episode off here. This took really long to record. So, if you're still here and you're seeing the end of the video, I strongly encourage you to like or even subscribe, because this took so much longer than you think it would. It took so much longer than I thought it would. So, like the video if you actually liked it, or even subscribe if you want to see more content. I play tons of other games on the channel too. Anyway, goodbye.